Welcome to our College2Career program at Little Masters Club. We aim to provide high schoolers an opportunity to gain insights into real-world careers so that they could better select college majors that suit their own interests, identify their true career passion, and facilitate their future career development.
Hello everyone, welcome to our College2Career program with the Little Masters Club. Today, join us at our first visit to the Bellevue City Hall, and let's see how people work in a local government.
On April 12, 2022, organized by our LMC C2C program, a group of over 20 high and middle school volunteers visited the Bellevue City Hall. We were honored to be the first group of visitors there ever since the outbreak of the pandemic. We were greeted by Mr. Mike McCormick Kuntleman, the Assistant Director of Neighborhood Services. He welcomed us in the city chamber and explained the government's fundamental function by quoting Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address that government of the people, by the people, for the people. We also learned that the residents of Bellevue are welcome to give their opinions. In fact, the City Council has a 3-minute speech opportunity every Monday in the City Chamber, because it is important to get their voice heard and their opinions adopted into government's planning and decision-making. This is how democracy works.
When you are talking about the comprehensive plan today, when you're talking about what does it mean to be civically engaged, what you're really talking about is how do you live in to the principle and the promise of an American democracy? How do you make sure that government reflects the values of the community that lives here? That government is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Well, you are the people.
Following the City Chamber visit, we had an interactive workshop on learning how the Bellevue City government makes a long-term Bellevue 2044 comprehensive plan to strategically sustain the city's development and to get the residents' involvement in the process. Can you believe that the population in the Puget Sound region is expected to add 1.8 million more people by 2050, based on the current 4 million in size? As a metropolitan center in the region, Bellevue is growing fast. Population in Bellevue has increased from less than 6,000 people in 1953 to more than 152,000 in 2021, and it is still growing. Bellevue is also becoming more diverse and global. 50% of Bellevue residents are non-white, and 71% of them were born outside of the United States.
State legislators to pass this law that requires all of the cities and counties in Washington state to think about the future, to think about what could possibly change in the future and how are we going to plan for it to make sure that our cities have what they need so they remain livable.
To address the needs of a growing population and to make sure our city remains a livable, welcoming, and vibrant place, the government needs a long-term strategic plan as the city's primary guidance for development. There comes the Bellevue 2044 Comprehensive Plan. It focuses on the city's development in the next 20 years. It ensures that the people who live, work, and play in Bellevue can find a variety of housing options, enjoy parks and green space, have access to job and economic opportunity, and are able to get around using all kinds of transportation options. 2044 Comprehensive Plan is a high-level document that sets directions and provides guidance for decision-makers, such as city council members, board and commission members, and staff when they set regulations, plans, and programs on every aspect of the city's development, all the way from job opportunities, housing, transportation, safety to public facility, parks and recreation, and climate change. Therefore, it is important to let the city hear our opinions and suggestions in the planning. And the city warmly welcomes voices from all residents and different groups. We can get our voice heard by fill out the online questionnaire, inviting our family members, friends, and neighbors to answer the questionnaire both online and in hard copies, help promoting the comprehensive plan on social media, and participate or volunteer at city workshops or outreach events. After the comprehensive plan session, we were very honored to have Ms. Brooke Broad, the Community Engagement Lead, Ms. Elizabeth Direct, Senior Planner, Ms. Laura Johnson, Planning Manager, and Ms. Michelle Durgan, Deputy Communications Officer from the city as our guest speakers for the Career Development Panel, who generously answer our questions and share with us their working experience and career tips. The city government is composed of 13 departments, ranging from attorney's office, clerk's office, community development, finance, human resources, to fire, police, and facilities. There are about 800 people working in the City Hall, while a total of about 4,000 employees working all over the city. Our guest speakers have very diversified college major background, from fine arts, communication, political management, to architecture. Before they work for the city, their previous working experiences vary as well. Some worked in political campaigns, some worked in private companies, some used to be a TV news reporter, and some worked in a number of city governments. Now they work in different departments of the city of Bellevue, but under the same goal of serving the public. Based on their own career development path, the four speakers had kindly offered our young volunteers a number of generous and sincere tips for our future career development. For some professions, a specific degree or major is needed. In some positions, the city hires people from different majors, while relevant working experience matters much. Go and get some volunteering or internship experience. It is truly important to understand what your interests are and how to align it with your job. Volunteering is also a good way to meet people who can answer your questions and give you advice, and maybe recommend you more volunteering and internship opportunities. Try to take some classes and learn some skills other than your major to discover what you're interested in. No matter what you study or end up doing, just stay being curious and always wanting to learn more. Find your passion and pursue the things that you like doing. They are all important to your success. Our guest speakers have different career paths, but they all agree that they come to work for the city of Bellevue to make a difference. Some people work to make a lot of money, some to find important scientific discovery, or some work to be famous. But people working on the city of Bellevue share the same desire that they work to make our community a better and energizing place to be.
After hearing about these civic workers' experiences and work days, it's just amazing to learn like how simple engagement from the community can make a great change.
Things that we learned from this event are that what's important about your job is that you're passionate about what you're doing, and especially for government, it's helpful if you care about your community and you want to help your community be better in all ways.
Feedback from parents. This event is very meaningful. More of such type of events are appreciated. After the visit to the City Hall, our LMC volunteers actively promoted the Bellevue 2044 comprehensive plans to our family, friends, and neighbors around. We collected a total of 122 completed surveys from our community and presented people's opinions and feedbacks to the city. It's never too early to serve our community, no matter at what age. Come join us.